Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more positive news recently released regarding Tesla stock. So this video has a lot to do with some news pieces regarding the cost savings on a Model 3 in which it was actually used for the police force. So there's a little side-by-side comparison between the Dodge Charger and a Tesla Model 3, and I have to admit the results are really interesting, and it honestly adds a lot of perspective on why people should own an electric vehicle, and more specifically, why people should own a Tesla. And so on top of this, we also have another news piece regarding the Berlin Gigafactory and some really impressive progress that we're seeing with that currently, kind of similar to the level of progress that we've seen with the Shanghai Gigafactory. So with this video, I'm going to be discussing these different news pieces and then just providing some of my perspective. So as always, if you do enjoy the Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And before we get into this, let's just go ahead and check out the current share price. The after hours are closed for the market right now, so everything is set in stone until it begins once again. But as you can see, it is currently at plus 2.55% for the normal market hours. That is plus $10.59 added on to the share price today. And now we are at minus 0.82% in the after hours, which is minus $3.50 from the share price, which leaves us currently at $422.18 per share for Tesla stock. So really a solid day today so far. But now that we've addressed the current share price, I want to get right into this first news piece, which is all about a comparison between the cost savings of a Model 3 compared to a Dodge Charger. So let's go ahead and get into this article, and then I'll proceed to talk about it a little bit more and then just discuss some of my thoughts about it. So as you can see, this is an article by Electric and author Frederick Lambert. And of course, as always, we greatly appreciate this information. And the article is titled, Tesla Model 3 Crushes Dodge Charger in 1-Year Review of Cost of Operation as a Police Car. And so just to provide some perspective on this and talk about some of the key points of this article, obviously I want you all to check out this article for yourself, so I'll leave it linked down in the description below. But this article states, last year we reported on Bargersville, Indiana Police Department updating their fleet with Tesla Model 3 vehicles. And it states, Bargersville Police Chief Todd Bertram commented at the time, quote, "Two big things that we were looking at when shopping for cars were obviously cost and performance. Many times when you get a car that is in our cost price range, you sacrifice performance. With Tesla, the performance is better than the cars we are currently driving. It's amazing, it's smooth, it's powerful, it handles great." So let's just close our eyes here and actually consider what type of vehicle this person is talking about. We're talking about an EV right now, an electric vehicle coming from the police chief himself, stating that the performance is better, that it's smoother, and it's better than what they were currently driving. So I'm guessing that's in reference to a Dodge Charger. So we're hearing from the police chief himself talking about how what a great vehicle a Tesla Model 3 is. And so that's really impressive in itself. And that's something that a lot of people are looking for when it comes to a vehicle. And the fact that Tesla is able to reach these capabilities in terms of performance and also it just simply being a sleek vehicle, then that's one of the main reasons that we are going to see this transition from internal combustion engines to EVs actually occur. And it's because of companies like Tesla that have been able to make it not only cost saving in terms of transitioning to paying for electricity rather than gas for your vehicle, but Tesla has also given their vehicles a lot of capabilities that make it far better than your typical internal combustion engine vehicle, which therefore makes some customers desire the best product on the market. And if we're talking about vehicles in terms of capabilities and functionality, then a Tesla is for sure the best vehicle on the market that you can get for what it's currently at right now. We talk about value a lot on this channel in reference to Tesla vehicles, but I truly think Tesla is a great representation of getting a lot of value for what you pay for. Now, of course, we've addressed this in the past on the channel before with the fact that not all Teslas are very affordable for your typical person. However, if that person can save up enough money to buy a Tesla, there's a lot of cost savings that go into that, and even with just EVs in general. So with this article, it talks about all of this in detail, breaks it down with a chart showing the comparison between a Tesla Model 3 and a Dodge Charger. But I just wanted to emphasize with this quote from Police Chief Todd Bertram that this is coming from a police chief himself, someone that is likely experienced in utilizing these cars in real-world situations where you would actually need them, and they are stating that they are much better than the cars that they've used reviews previously that their performance is actually better and that they are amazing vehicles and are smooth and powerful with great handling. So just keep in mind, this is coming from someone that has probably seen a lot of use out of these vehicles in maybe rougher situations than you would typically utilize one as a civilian. And so the article states that the Model 3s replaced the Dodge Chargers and also emphasized that Tesla had a significant lead in terms of cost and that the Model 3 Standard Range Plus version that they bought is a little more expensive than the Dodge Charger at around $41,000. But the reason that they made this purchase was because of the expectation of gas savings of around $6,000 per year, which would mean, according to this article, that the Model 3 would pay for itself over its lifetime. And it states that they usually keep their vehicles for around 6 years, and so after they broke it all down in terms of the numbers, that they would save about $20,000 per car just by owning and utilizing the Model 3 instead. And so this chart right here really justifies this purchase by breaking down every single cost in terms of, for the Dodge Charger, we have gas, oil, maintenance, and then of course the rolling cost, which I'm assuming is everything totaled for each month. And then we also have the Model 3, in which it says the electricity, maintenance, and then rolling costs, as I said earlier, which is like the total. So just taking a look at this chart, we can go ahead and compare month by month. For the Dodge Charger, we have August of 2019 with gas charges of $450, already a $6 maintenance fee, and then rolling cost at $456. Whereas for the Model 3, we have an electricity cost of $57, no maintenance fee, and that's it. So for the first month alone, we have $456 versus $57. Just based off of that alone, that's already a no-brainer which one is the better option. And then for September of 2019, we have $320 in gas costs, then $37 for oil, and then no maintenance cost for this one that month. So therefore, that equals a total of $813, combining the previous month as well. And so switching over to the Model 3, we just have a $61 electricity cost, much less than the gas cost, which equals a total of $118 considering the previous month as well. And so for October for the Dodge Charger, another $489 cost for gas, and then also a nice $122 maintenance fee. So that definitely hit the pockets a little bit right there. Whereas with the Tesla, you just have a $50 flat charge, no maintenance fee at all. And keep in mind, one thing that I really want to emphasize with this whole chart right here is that there is no maintenance fee throughout this whole time frame for the Tesla. So as you can see, there's a dash across this line for every single one, meaning there were no maintenance fees. The only thing that they had to pay for with the Model 3 was electricity. And keep in mind that they're utilizing this for their police department. So I'm assuming it's getting a little bit more use than your typical vehicle would. And so considering that there was no maintenance fee whatsoever, that's honestly pretty impressive. And if we go across the Dodge Charger, just addressing how many different times there were maintenance fees, we have one fee of $6, one fee of $122, another for $88, another for $72, another for almost $2,000 at $1,935, another for $33, another for $17. Keep in mind, you also have the cost of oil with $37 charge here, $38 charge, $38, $37, $37, $37, $37. And then also just compare the cost of gas to electricity for the Model 3. We have $450 versus $57, $320 versus $61, $489 versus $50, $530 versus $51, $706 versus $125, $514 versus $66, $423 versus $55, $425 versus $74, $222 versus $52, $118 versus $53, $200 versus $44, $201 versus $70, and $447 versus $66. And for the total rolling cost at the very end for August of 2020, we have a cost of $7,580. That includes gas, oil, and maintenance, and that is for the Dodge Charger. And then for the total rolling cost for the Tesla Model 3, we have a cost of $825. That includes no maintenance required whatsoever, and that is simply just the electricity cost. So as you can see, we have a final rolling cost comparison with the Dodge Charger at a price of $7,580 compared to the Tesla Model 3 at a price of $825. So a huge huge difference. I really don't think people realize what a big deal this is. I honestly don't even think I realized it until I looked at this chart comparison and realized that this is actually legit. When they say that it's actually cheaper to own a Tesla long term than some of your other vehicles, then it actually is because of these cost savings. So the bottom line right here basically breaks everything down at the end, showing the difference in savings for every single rollover. And at the end, this includes a $6,755 savings just from owning a Tesla Model 3 instead of a Dodge Charger. And so I don't know about this for you all, but I have to admit, if I saw a lot of the police force actually driving around Tesla Model 3s and Cybertrucks as well, I think that would actually help a lot with convincing normal people that aren't really super into vehicles or even into Tesla or anything like that. I think that would do a better job of convincing them on EVs than like me going up to them and saying all of these benefits of having an EV. Obviously, I think the more effective strategy of convincing someone would be them seeing a whole police force utilizing Teslas as part of their service, or just a Tesla owner giving them a test drive. I think that would be pretty helpful as well in terms of convincing someone. But I have to admit, my papa, my grandfather, he's someone that I try to, talk to about Teslas every now and then, because he likes to talk about cars and stuff like that. And I don't know much about cars, but I know a little bit about Teslas, as you all know. So I do have kind of like that niche knowledge there. So I try to talk to him about Teslas every now and then, knowing full and well that he's probably not going to be convinced at all. All I have to say is if you can convince my grandfather on a Tesla, then you can about convince anybody, because he's pretty negative when it comes to being open to new technology. He doesn't even like the newer Toyota Camry where he has to use the touchscreen and stuff like that. So I don't know if he'll ever be able to adapt to a Tesla where it utilizes basically the screen that's like the control center for everything. So I don't know if you could ever fully convince him to use it for himself, but in terms of convincing him to actually just be open to a Tesla and admitting that they're kind of like the superior product, I think what would really help convince him that would be just looking around and seeing the whole police force utilizing Model 3s, or especially Cybertrucks. I think Cybertrucks would be a game changer for the police force. I think it's a no-brainer, honestly, especially the tri-motor, the maxed out model, where you get the most mileage for your money, you get the most value for your money with a maxed out version. So I honestly think if my grandfather saw the police force driving around Tesla Model 3s or Tesla Cybertrucks, then it would convince him a lot more that Teslas are actually pretty good for performance and mileage and things like that. So I think for him to see them actually utilize this in the public and for it to actually be a norm for the police force to use these vehicles, then I think it would do a pretty solid job of not only convincing people like my grandfather, but also just the public in general that Teslas are great vehicles in terms of cost savings and then also performance as well in comparison to other products in similar price ranges. So that's honestly my point there as well. Not only is it a no-brainer for the police force in terms of cost savings and performance for them, but it could also help convince the general public as well once they start to see these vehicles on the road a little bit more, and once they start to see them being used in settings where they may have otherwise not have expected. So it would kind of help break down those preconceived notions on EVs and sort of like the negative outlook that some people have on EVs, and where they don't really realize the potential and the performance of EVs, at least at this current point in time, with especially Teslas. So anyways, I just wanted to share that news piece with you all because I thought it was really beneficial in terms of providing perspective on the actual cost savings. I have to admit, I didn't realize that it was that much of a difference to that extent. So I'm actually really glad that I saw this breakdown for myself, because I didn't realize that there was that much of a difference between the electricity cost and the gas savings cost. I didn't realize there was that wide of a gap between the two. And then finally, we have an article by the Tasmanian and author Eva Fox. And of course, as always, we greatly appreciate this information. And the article title states, Tesla raises the bar with Giga Berlin construction, phase 1 likely complete in a few months. And so I'll leave this linked in the description below for you all to check out for yourself, because this one does go pretty in depth on the construction of different aspects of the Gigafactory. So I'll let you all check that out for yourself. But I just want to emphasize with this article title alone that it is noting phase 1 is likely going to be completed in only a matter of a few months. So this is pretty impressive. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is pretty comparable to the Shanghai Gigafactory. As of today, I believe it's like 235 days ago from when this factory first started being constructed. And so just to provide a little bit of perspective, this is from a Twitter account known as Gigafactory_4, and it provides some images of what the Gigafactory is looking like in Berlin currently. As you can see, there is a lot of things already fully constructed in terms of like the infrastructure and the foundation and things like that. So there's a lot of progress happening already, and I was actually really impressed with this when I saw the full shot of the whole land area where we already see a lot of buildings constructed. And so as we get a little bit farther into this, there's going to be, of course, some time taken to put some things actually inside the factory. So of course you have the outside infrastructure, but eventually things have to be constructed inside of it as well with the production lines and stuff like that, which will take some time, of course, also. But I just thought it was important from the article to note that we are nearing completion of phase 1. Here's another side view perspective of the Gigafactory in Berlin, thanks to Gigafactory_4 on Twitter. And then also here's another picture as well. So a lot of progress happening. As you can see, it's mostly the external infrastructure right now in terms of putting everything in internally. That will take some time, like I said. But still, regardless, all of this is very impressive in the sense that we've seen a lot of progress over just a matter of a few months. Anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you all enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share a few news pieces with you all. And also, feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you can get one free stock valued up to $1,600. And to get that, all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. Keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stock. So it's basically just nice passive income with minimal effort. And it also helps support the channel as well, in which I'll get some free stocks. Anyways, I just want to let you all know about that. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.